Hey YouTube, welcome back to Keeping It Neat with Derek and Nick. I am Derek, Certified Bourbon Steward.
And I'm Nick, Certified Bartender.
We're bringing you a little nip of knowledge today, a little bit from our cocktail master, Nick. Wow. What are we doing today, Nick?
Well, I'm going to give you a little bit of mixology.
Ooh, mixing it up. I like mix. He's a mixologist.
That's what I call.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's what he is. He's a mixologist. He's calling himself.
So tired.
It's the Chinese food settling in.
It is.
All right,
it's getting to the best of me.
Yeah, it is.
So, we're going to make a classic favorite, Moscow Mule, but we're going to use bourbon. So it's going to be a Boston. No.
A Boston?
A bourbon Moscow Mule. So what you need today is your favorite bourbon, whiskey, whatever. We have a rye today. I usually find that ryes work the best with this. I got this recipe from my work. So we're doing a rye, some ginger beer, splash cran, a little bit of lime juice. Okay, so here's how you're going to do it. You're basically going to take your classic copper mug. Now, usually you can get these sets of 2 or sets of 4. Usually a little bit smaller set of 4 is usually about $20. But I don't know what you got for the size of these.
It's like 20 something bucks for those. I think it was like, it may even be less because I think it was no, it came with 4.
Okay.
Or I got 2 twos.
Which is a great deal because they keep them cold, they're sturdy,
yeah, they stay frosty.
Wonderful.
They stay frosty. When you put ice in those things, or if you freeze them beforehand, oh my gosh, those things stay chilly.
So the first thing you're going to do is pour in the ice, okay? Sometimes you pour in a little bit of ice, add a little ice at the end. I'm just pouring it all in, make this short and simple and sweet for you. You're going to do about 1.5 to 2 ounces depending on your place or depending on what you want. Knowing me and Derek, we usually do about 3 ounces. But today, we're going to pour about 1.5 ounces right there for you.
The actual ingredients items, I'll put them all on the screen here like I usually do, tell you what we're adding, where we're going with this.
Now the rest of this is going to pretty much be ginger beer. Some places add a splash of soda water to get rid of the just overload of ginger, the ginger beer side of it. So you just kind of ask your customer, or your friend, or whoever you're making this for, what they prefer. So you go about just a little bit of lip at the end, and because you want to top it off with the cranberry, it's going to help with that biteness and that tartness to make it nice and sweet for you. And at the very end, you're going to take a little bit of lime. You're going to squeeze that fresh lime juice in there. Some places use just your lime juice that comes in a bottle. I always like to use the fresh lime. I think it makes a huge difference when it comes to flavor. So at the end of the day, that's it. You also want to kind of stir it up. If I'm actually in my bar, sometimes I'll actually shake it up. But there's also some nice spoons that you can do as well. You can do a little dance with it, whatever you prefer. So, Derek, give it a try.
Let's give it a whirl. What do we got? Ooh, dude, that's tasty. I like it with the rye, the rye bourbon.
Yeah,
you know, the rye whiskey itself.
And I feel like the cranberry really helps it because
it gives
takes
that
away that
tartness.
bite.
It gives that little bit of tartness to it too that I think it needs.
Yeah, it gives the tartness that gives it a different sort of bite rather than that just super overload of whiskey and ginger beer. Because ginger can help your stomach, but when you're drinking it, I feel like sometimes some people are like, well, it doesn't feel like it's helping, but it does. It does. So
I like it. I like it, and it's staying true to the Moscow Mule flavors that are still going through that. You know, you're getting that lime, the ginger beer, and everything that normally goes in a Moscow Mule. But you're changing it up because you're adding the bourbon or the rye itself into there, which gives it a little twist.
Yeah, and so normal places, a lot of bars you go to, they'll use it whatever they have for the well for rye. So they might use like Bullet Rye, or they might use Woodford Reserve Rye. And today we used your classic Sazerac Rye, which is pretty good.
Yeah, it's actually very good. It's a good rye, and I think it goes really well with this, for the cocktail end of it anyway. Yeah. But that's it, everybody. So there's a little mixologist, making it special here just for you right now. Like down below, comment, let us know what you think. New episodes every Monday and Friday, 2 o'clock. Maybe a little special episode on a Wednesday if I can get them out, but it's just usually Monday and Friday. That's what I do. That's the way I'm at. But thank you so much, everyone. And we both have cups, so guess what I can do? Just hoping that you all find a little bit of luxury.
And otherwise, ordinary life.
Thanks, everyone.
Take care.
Not the big cling like we normally get. If you are ready and able to whiskey, be sure to drop a comment below. Hit those like and subscribe buttons and press notifications. Also, follow Keeping It Neat on Instagram. Thanks for watching, kinfolk.